Well, thank you guys. Man, it was. I'm glad I looked at the list of the speakers because if I didn't, no one told me I was going to be speaking. So I just happened to see it. I was going down the list. I was like, man, this is going to be great. Man, wow, he's speaking. And then I saw my name last, and I was like, oh man, what am I going to say? 8 hours of top producers and managers training, and then me up here, So I'm humbled to be up here. Thank you guys for all the kind words and shout outs. So I don't want to be. I was just thinking. I don't want to be original just for the sake of being original. I think that wouldn't be good. Like I was thinking, I don't know what to say. Like after all this, well-balanced training on leads, on in-home, on phone scripts, on how to write 400,000 in a year, how to write 70,000 a month, and then my topic's how to write 300,000 in 6 months. So I was thinking, man, I gotta find something original to say, but I didn't. I don't want to be original just for the sake of being original. So I'll say this: if I repeat some things that they've already said, just know that it's really important, right? And take a lot of notes, okay? So again, my topic is how to issue 300,000 in life business, not annuities, but in life business in a 6-month period, okay? So just by way of hands, how many people really think that they could do that, honestly? 300,000 in 6 months, okay? How many people want to do that? Okay. Some people don't want to, I guess. Okay? Now, raise your hand if you're going to. So, when I, just being honest with you guys, I started in mid-February. That's when I started. And I got into it. I had left Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I was a branch manager, followed in the footsteps of my brother here. He was a branch manager as well at Enterprise. And I left in October. I thought I was going to get a job really quickly after that. And I went 4 or 5 months without a job. So the little savings that I did have, probably like a lot of you guys right now in this room, I was broke. I didn't have anything, And my wife, pregnant with our first child, she was a nanny making part-time money, and she was going to have to leave her job too, and I have a child on the way. I don't have a job. I don't know what to do. And we're eating into our savings, and I have hardly anything. So I got to a point where, just like a lot of y'all, I just stumbled across a ZipRecruiter ad, or I saw this on LinkedIn. I don't remember exactly how it went. And I found Family First Life. I met some people at the office. John gave me an opportunity, just like Galen said, And I talked to John last night, and I was like, "What did you think when you hired me? Did you think I was going to kill it, knock it out of the park?" And he was like, "I don't know. I just hired you and gave you a chance." So I want to say thanks to John and Stephanie, for giving me the opportunity. I know what it's like a lot of you guys to come into it, and $500 is a big investment, and you're thinking, I forgot who said it, but I need to sell my Xbox. Thing of shrug, right? I was thinking, what can I sell? What can I do to make this initial investment? Because I have nothing to lose, I'm already broke. I mean, what do I have to lose? So I literally had a credit card. Okay, I put money on my credit card. I trusted the process. I studied every single training for in a 3-month period. I studied every single FFL training that I could actually get my hands on. Right. I put all my money towards leads, and then within a month's time frame, I was able to literally spend $10,000 a month on leads. So that lead snowball, just like we always talk about, as soon as I got paid my first week, I immediately reinvested everything back into leads. And literally within 4 weeks, if I wanted to drop $10,000 a month on leads, I could. right? So, so I just want to, so a lot of people call me, probably some of y'all as well, and ask me, what are the secrets? Like, what are you doing different, you know? And I start talking to them, and it's almost like at the end of the conversation, it ends and they're disappointed. And they were thinking of like, man, like the secret fairy dust, like Ryan was saying, they were expecting something like, you know, some world-breaking news, like Grayson's doing this, or what leads are you buying? Like that, I've gotten that conversation from sometimes the same agent multiple times, you know, and I'm buying the same Facebook leads that you guys are buying. You know, I have a little bit of mortgage protection, retro mortgage protection, but most of what I run is Facebook. Okay, so I like to say the secrets, like maybe these are the secrets of being a Hall of Fame producer. But there are no secrets, right? Like the cheat codes, right? All the secrets are on the trainings, right? It's incredible that we have conferences like this, and trainings, and all the podcasts and the YouTube videos, and it's almost too much to keep up with. But if you guys want the secrets, it's go back a whole year and listen to every single podcast from 2018 and 2019 in a short period of time, and then actually put it into practice. All the secrets are on the trainings, you know, and you know, I'm super grateful for that because I couldn't have done this without that. So let me just go over this, and all you guys who raised your hands that said you want to write $300,000 in 6 months, I hope you're writing this down, okay? And again, some of you might come away somewhat disappointed, like, oh, that's what it was. I think, like, we've heard that all day today. But write it down, you know, repetition, and really make it your goal to actually do this. Because if you do this, even if you don't write $300,000 in 6 months, you should write $400,000 in a year and be Hall of Fame, right? So, all right, number one, I'm not going to write it down. You guys hopefully are writing this down. All right? And this is what I do, okay? So it could vary with top producers, but this is what I personally do. All right, number one, I buy between 80 and 120 leads a week, okay? If it's Facebook, it'd be on the higher end. If I get some retro mortgage that starts rolling in a little bit, I don't have to buy as many. But I have it on auto order, okay? And I think that's key. You need to have your leads on auto order. Don't depend on your older leads who didn't pick up the phone last week. So if they didn't pick up last week, they probably won't pick up this week. But still take advantage of those. Go through your new leads and then work your old leads. I mean, James's training was great on that. You know, so obviously the old leads you don't want to forget about. So I buy 80 to 120 leads on auto order a week. Look, 30 appointments a week. So just like everyone else already talked about, I do 16 appointments for my 2 run days at a time. So 30 appointments a week. Okay? And like Nick asked, I probably get no-showed or rescheduled or canceled 10 of them. You know, if I sit with 20 of them, I'm happy. Okay? Protect your dial day. I feel like I'm just giving a big summary of what everyone already said. So, you know, I think Schroeds, right, talked about the squirrel, right, his wife, and the squirrel chaser. Protect your dial day. I mean, I've been guilty of this myself. You know, you just got to do whatever it takes to protect your dial day, because without getting those, it's all about the appointments at the end of the day. Right? It's all about your appointments. You got to get those 30 appointments. If you don't get enough leads, like Ryan said, you won't have your appointments. If you don't protect your dial day, you won't have your appointments. Okay? Next, have a consistent weekly schedule. Okay? Just like Ryan and Amy said, okay, you can count on 20% of what you write charging back. You can count on that. Just know it's going to happen. Like I know some people that don't even look at their chargebacks. They just delete the email. I'm not one of those because I still try to save it if the premium's high enough. But just know that if you, like I took a week off because my baby was born and came back $6,000 in the hole. Just with America. $6,000. I was like, great, the price of my baby being born, right? I paid $8,000 to hospital for bills, and then I'm 6,000 in the hole. Y'all know how quickly I could get out of that just from working hard? Within like a week, I was out. You know how many agents would have quit or have quit? A lot, you know? So just know you're going to have 20% fall off the books. That's part of the business. Be mentally tough, you know? And but you got to run a consistent weekly schedule. You can't make a lot of money up front and then go on a 2-week vacation, okay? Because then all of a sudden you do realize that's advanced money, right? I think people don't understand that until they get chargebacks and then they quit. It's all advanced. It's a loan, right? So you got to have a consistent weekly schedule. Number 5, be willing to travel. Right, just like Shrove said, he doesn't door knock in West Virginia. But you got to be willing to travel, right? I only travel like 3 hours to Tuscaloosa, between Tuscaloosa and Alabama, and then it's like a big, probably 80 to 100 mile radius that I go. So you guys probably are thinking, man, I bet he like goes all over the U.S. and sells insurance, you know, and flies everywhere. I don't. I go between Georgia and Alabama, and that's it. It's mainly Facebook and some mortgage protection. But you can do that. You can be a Hall of Fame producer without having to fly across the country. Now, if you want fresh mortgage protection leads, you may have to, right? That's just part of the business. And a lot of people do it in our office, and it works really well for them. I just know that, hey, I only travel between 2 states, and I can make it work for me. So you got to be willing to travel. It's not going to be in your backyard. Number 6. Stay in constant communication with your manager and other top producers. Okay? So my direct upline is John. I call John nearly daily, but I also call other top producers. I talk to Gary sometimes to get a fresh perspective on things. You know, I talk to Amy. I talk to Jermaine. You know, I talk to a lot of you guys. So stay in constant communication, weekly communication. I already said number 7, which is listen intently to every single FFL training, right? Be grateful that you have all the training available and listen to all of it and take notes. Sometimes I can't always take notes because I'm in my car, but I utilize Siri. So I'll pause and say, hey Siri, take a note. And then half the times the notes that Siri takes is like, I can't even, it doesn't make any sense what she like translated. All right, so number 8, and I would say this has been the most important for me out of all these 10. Okay, number 8, and John says it a lot at our office. It's be more critical of your activity than your results. So be more critical of your activity than your results. For example, I had a great week like a week or 2 ago, and in 2 days I wrote, I think it was 8,000 or 9,000. My goal is 10,000 a week, right? But the problem is I had a terrible dial day. I just happened to be really fortunate, okay? And I had 12 appointments. I was supposed to have 16. Somehow I wrote 9,000 on 12 appointments, so that usually doesn't happen. But it was a great weekend. Okay, and I told my wife, I was like, look, I'm well above my 5,000 goal for these 2 days, but I don't want to be hypocritical and tell people to be critical about their activity. I'm going to go out and run 4 more appointments on Sunday, even though I don't typically work Sundays, even though I wrote $9,000 the last 2 days, just because I want to be, just hardcore about I have to have 16 appointments these 2 days. No matter if I do really good or really bad, it's always got to be the same, because the numbers always work out. Okay, so be more critical of your activity than your results, okay? And that will keep you in the game mentally. Number 9, remember that if it was easy, then everyone would do it, and it wouldn't pay you well, right? Everyone would be in insurance, and it would pay $15 an hour. That's it. So remember, it's not supposed to be easy. Okay? And then number 10, follow steps 1 through 9 and don't overcomplicate it, and just remember that everything's going to be okay if you do steps 1 through 9. This is all going to work out, So don't overcomplicate it. I know 10 steps sounds like a lot, but it was all that y'all just heard from everyone else, right? It's nothing new. So again, I came into it broke, right? I didn't have any money for leads except my credit card. Within a month of following those steps, right, I was able to have a lead budget that I could count on, you know, there on out. So that's it. I don't know if I'm supposed to introduce Mike. I don't think so.